94.5 PST. Did you miss anything with Chris, Joe, and Gianna on Chris and the Crew? Catch up now. This is Chris and the Crew on Demand, sponsored by Trinity Rehab. Schedule an appointment now at trinity-rehab.com.
You ever been to like a very non-traditional wedding? It's Chris and the Crew. It's Chris, Joe, and Gianna this morning. We're talking about that couple that got married at the Eagles game on Sunday. It's going viral.
It's amazing.
Wasn't he wearing like a green, Kelly green suit?
Him and his groomsmen were all in Kelly green suits.
There were groomsmen?
Yes, there were groomsmen.
This wasn't like just a couple with a...
No, Chris, there was a backdrop with flowers. There was an aisle that was made. There was a guy who was in, I think he was in a A.J. Brown jersey, and he was walking down the aisle, and he had one of those beer helmets on. He was passing beers to people.
There were
chairs set up in Lot P on Sunday.
How did they do this right before a game? They roped off? Did they have to pay to rope it all off?
Just remember, people take, and I know it's Philadelphia takes tailgating unlike any other city in the world. So the trailers, the buses that roll up and stuff, I'm not shocked at all. I mean, we are a tailgating town.
It is kind of insane to see this video. The video's up right now on the 945 PST Instagram story. And it's actually mind-blowing to see this.
I can see your father wanting you to have a wedding like this because he's such a huge Eagles fan.
It's true. It's true. I actually thought about this once. I was like, you know what? I love Halloween. Everybody knows I love Halloween. And I was like, what if I just like threw a surprise Halloween party for a bunch of people and everybody showed up in costume, but then my costume was a wedding dress, and then I got married.
Oh, like a surprise wedding?
Surprise wedding.
Oh my God.
Wouldn't that be kind of awesome?
Here's the thing though, because you know me, I'm not that into Halloween. So I'd probably, if I got that invitation from you, I'd probably be like, pass.
No.
But so you can't do it Halloween because people who don't like dressing up in costume, let's say, would say no to your party. And then who would be at your wedding?
Well, I just want everybody to come in looking goofy. And then there's me looking really pretty.
That's not how that works.
Did I ever tell you about my cousin who had her wedding in a cemetery?
No.
So she lived in New Orleans at the time. I was a kid. I remember my parents talking about this.
Gotcha.
It was like we weren't that close. We did not go to the wedding. And I remember getting the wedding invitation and my parents going, it's in a cemetery.
That is kind of crazy.
It was on Halloween.
Oh my God.
And if you've ever been to New Orleans, the cemeteries down there are very elaborate. And yes, she had her wedding in a cemetery in New Orleans.
Was Halloween. She into that kind of thing? Do you know?
I guess.
Are they still married?
To have been.
No, they're not still married.
Oh no. No.
That was the burning question. I
wanted that to be a happy ending. I really did. I think
they stayed married for a while. But
that's actually like so cool. I feel like a lot of people have these kinds of weddings though, and we just don't hear about it.
Well, I want to hear about them.
Yeah.
So have you ever been to a wedding, or maybe it was your wedding that was a little, like out of the norm? 609-240. So we've got it up for you on the 94.5 PST Instagram story. They're all in Kelly green. They had their bridal. They had a bridal party.
There was an aisle. There were chairs set up. It's actually insane.
I'm surprised Jason Kelsey didn't show up in the middle of this.
And he was there.
He was there because apparently somebody got engaged right in front of him on Sunday.
What?
So love was in the air.
And then the Eagles won. They knew. It is kind of nuts, though, because I kind of wanted, like, a surprise wedding at one point because I love Halloween. And I was like, how fun would it be to just have a Halloween party and everybody shows up in costume and then I'm just in a dress and, like, my boyfriend.
It does seem super fun.
Right?
It does. I think I'd freak out if all of a sudden I was at a wedding. I'd be like, yes!
I know.
I think it would be cool. I do.
I think it's cool.
All right, let's go to the phones. We've got Sydney in Levittown on the line. So, Sydney, is this your wedding or somebody else's that was a little weird?
No, this is my friends. They got married at Taco Bell.
At Taco Bell?
What?
Yeah. Well, that's where they met. So we were like all out one night and we were at Taco Bell and that's where the magic, I guess, first happened. So they got married at Taco Bell. This was last year. It was amazing.
Like inside the Taco Bell?
In the Taco Bell. Yeah, they worked it out. Like they shut down the Taco Bell. There was we even have a picture of the tape sign closed for private event.
No!
That's awesome.
That
and obviously
amazing.
We know what they served at the reception.
Yeah, would you just eat Crunch Wraps and stuff?
Yeah.
That's amazing. That actually might be my plan A now. That actually might be my plan A.
That's amazing.
For Chris, that would mean her first time ever in
That's
a Taco
true.
Bell
I would come.
because
That's true.
if Gianna got married there.
Yeah.
There you go.
True. Dawn in Feasterville is in the PST app chat. She said, I had a backyard wedding and it was completely Hawaiian themed and they were swimming and everything.
Oh, that's fun.
That sounds so fun.
That does sound nice.
Speaking of Taco Bell, you guys see this message from Robin Bridgewater, who said he went to a wedding and the invitation asked if you want a chicken, beef, or vegetarian, and he got there, and it was because it was catered by Taco Bell.
What is with marriages and Taco Bell? What's going on
I'll
with
tell
that?
you'd probably have more people eating that than sometimes that rubber chicken.
Oh, I'd
100%
rather
at
that rubber
weddings.
chicken than the Taco Bell bathroom runs. They better have had a good bathroom at that wedding reception.
No way.
We're just about 2 weeks from Halloween, which means there's not much time to have some spooky fun with your friends left. We want to get you to Valley of Fear. We've got these Fear 4-packs all week long, so you can go have some fun. I mean, they got 3 chilling attractions, right? All kinds of fun stuff.
It's one of my favorite places. It's in America's most horrifying woods in Feasterville, PA, and they're celebrating 34 years of fear this year. You can check out Philadelphia's original haunted hayride, Miles Manor Haunted House, and Captain Willie's Shipwreck Cove. You can get tickets in person or online at valleyofear.com.
Yeah, so Jasmine from Levittown was the winner last hour of the Fear 4-pack. Here's the deal. You got to answer this Halloween trivia question. If you're a Halloween fan, you should know it.
Obviously.
You got to put your answer in the 94.5 PST app chat. First one in with the right answer is going to win the Fear 4-pack of tickets.
I would not be good at this game. I love Valley of
Yeah.
Fear, but I don't know my Halloween movies.
Okay, are you ready? In which state does the Blair Witch Project take place?
I know.
The state of Blair.
No.
Not the state of Blair.
Selma Blair.
Nor.
So right now, get in the 94.5 PST app chat, enter it correctly, and hopefully we'll be shouting you out.
It's Can't Beat Chris. Can't Beat Chris on 94.5 PST.
All right, I'm so excited for this. Because it's how many days, Gianna? What are we at here?
We're at 16 days
16
for Chris.
days. 16 seems like an unlucky number. So I'd like
Seems
to end
like
it.
it.
I would like to end it there. Good morning, PST. Who is this? Because you are Chris's opponent.
Hi, this is Breen calling from Bristol.
All right, Bree, you sounded awake this morning. Do you have a job that keeps you really awake?
Definitely awake.
Yeah. Are you like a teacher or
yes,
something?
I drive kids to school in the morning. Nope, but I have a lot of kids I drive to school.
There you go. Okay. That's what it takes, Chris, to sound that awake at this
She's
time.
nice and peppy. I think she's ready to
A
go.
lot of pep. All right. We'll kick Chris Rollins out of the room. Bree, when Chris is out, I will ask you 3 questions. Chris in her soundproof chamber will not hear your answers. When she comes back, we'll ask her the same 3, okay?
All right.
All right, your quiz starts now. The show Curb Your Enthusiasm premiered on this date 24 years ago. Name the famous comedian who stars in that show.
Larry David, final answer. Final answer.
You want to lock it in? I like that. That sounded more official.
Sounded
Final answer.
very millionaire-ish. I like it. Question number 2. Olivia Rodrigo is in Australia on tour right now. During her career, she's released 2 albums. Name one of them.
Oh, Jesus. I know her tour is called Guts, so I'll just say that.
You want to lock in Guts?
Lock it in, yeah.
Question number 3. Kelsey Ballerini admitted she's never watched her boyfriend Chase Stokes' famous Netflix show. What series does Chase Stokes star in on Netflix?
Oh, no. I have no idea.
I'm not laughing at you. It's just,
I have no idea. I'm
Well,
just going to pass.
Let's make up a name. What show do you think he'd star in?
It's set in North Carolina. Ooh, did I say that?
Oh,
Set in North Carolina. My daughter watches this show. What is it? What? Outer Banks. My daughter is in the back seat. She's whispering to me, Outer Banks.
do you want to lock in Outer Banks?
Lock it in, yes, please.
Oh, Bree, that was good.
All right, we're going to let you know that Can't Be Chris is powered by Legoland Discovery Center Philadelphia. Jump into a world of creativity, color, and playful learning. Info and tickets at philadelphia.legolanddiscoverycenter.com. Hey, Chris.
What is going on in here?
Bree, I have to tell you, it sounded like part of that quiz just hurt. It was oohs and ahs. It sounded like you were in pain.
It was last one today. I'm not going to lie, Chris.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
All right.
Okay.
Let's put Chris into that same pain.
All right, let's get going
First
here.
question, Chris. Your quiz starts now.
Yep.
The show Curb Your Enthusiasm premiered on this date 24 years ago. What famous comedian stars in that show?
It's Larry David.
You both said Larry David, and you guys are both correct.
Ooh, okay.
Question number 2. Olivia Rodrigo is in Australia on tour right now. During her career, she's released 2 albums. Name one of them.
Guts.
You both actually said Guts, and you guys are both correct.
And I can even say the other one was Sour.
It was Sour.
I didn't think that one was right.
Oh, you got it.
You
And
got
then
it.
Chris had to show off Brie. God,
Okay,
Chris.
what can I tell you?
All right, third and final question. It could come down to this. How confident are you feeling in your answer, Brie?
Well, if my daughter's confident, I'm confident.
I love
Oh,
it.
she has help?
In the back of the car, maybe.
No.
No. Third and final question. Kelsey Ballerini admitted she's never watched her boyfriend Chase Stokes' famous Netflix show. What series on Netflix does Chase Stokes star in?
You know, funny because I was watching this with my daughter yesterday and getting totally into it. Outer Banks.
You both said Outer Banks, and you guys are both correct.
Yes, good job.
Which means you guys tied today.
A perfect score, though, Brie. Very good. You're a
Very
very
good.
formidable opponent. You do not have to say that phrase of shame. And for playing along, we got you a pair of tickets to see James Blunt at the Met in Philly on June 20th.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
It's the Back to the Bedlam 20th anniversary tour. It's stopping in Philadelphia for an unforgettable night. Purchase tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. But hang on the line.
Tomorrow morning at 7:40 for another chance to beat Chris on 94.5 PST. It's Chris and the Crew's Daily Scoop.
Diddy is facing 5 more lawsuits. So some of the accusations are, in line with the others.
Mm-hmm.
They're terrible. Like drugging, raping, sexual assault. This time I heard sodomizing and threatening to kill people and stuff like
awful.
that. It's awful. So I have a feeling we're going to hear about even more of them. Taylor and Travis were at the Yankee game last night. Trav's obviously a Cleveland fan. He's from there. They were in a suite, of course, no sparkly outfits like the Chiefs games. They were both all in black. She had like a black long coat on. I think they were trying to blend in, really. And at first they didn't really show them. And I said to John, I'm like, oh, look, they're not showing them as much as they do in the football games. And then they started showing them like constantly.
Of course.
So they were sitting next to a comedian. His name is Jared Carmichael. I'm not sure if they went with him or whether they just happened to be by him in a suite, but that's who the guy was next to Taylor. They had a double date with Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively on Friday night. They were all over the city all weekend. He had a bye weekend. So that's why he took a little break, because Taylor is going back to the Eras Tour. She's going to be in Miami this weekend, so she's not going to be at his game. So, they spent a little time together. It's kind of nice to see them together. So we forgot to talk about this yesterday, you guys. So Justin Timberlake was in Philly on Friday night at the Wells Fargo Center. And did you hear about the sign that he was totally laughing at and like saying it was so Philly and stuff like that? So this woman was in the crowd and she was holding up a sign that said, "Got my tickets with my divorce money."
I love that.
So he stopped the whole show, read her sign, and he was like, that was the most Philly thing I've seen in a long time. I am playing with these men.
Well, actually, a woman screamed so loud that he heard him. She said, "Congratulations." And then he said that the woman saying congratulations was extra Philly.
So Philly.
So genius.
Yeah. There you go. And okay, so the best Thanksgiving hack was just announced by Butterball. They just came up with this first of its kind, right from freezer to oven turkey.
How?
So it's this special brine, Joe. I did a little research because last hour Joe was like, is this gross? Like, how does this even happen?
Right.
So basically, I mean, you know how we take like 2 days to thaw out a turkey, and if you forget to thaw out your turkey, you're screwed. So this one, they call it a first of its kind innovation. Doesn't need much prep. It's the frozen premium whole turkey. You can go straight from the freezer to the oven in like minutes. You only cook it for 4 hours instead of like an entire day.
Wow. And
it's this specially formulated brine that keeps the bird, moist throughout the whole cooking process, and you get the same result in the end.
Honestly,
but not all the hassle.
What a hack. I can't believe they just thought of this.
How did they just discover this?
I don't know. It comes pre-brined in that special brine. So, I bet you they're going to sell a lot of them this year. There's the scoop. Scoop brought to you by the LASIK experts in Lawrenceville. Get state-of-the-art wavefront optimized LASIK for just $9.99 per eye. Schedule a free LASIK consultation right now at LASIKexperts.com.
94.5 PST.
Good job, everybody.
That is your job.
I want to be like doing my job.
It's What's My Job?
Jim's here from East Hampton, and he's going to tell us what his salary is for the year. And then we're going to ask a few yes or no questions to kind of give you some clues so you can guess what his job is. Hey, Jim. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming on. All right. So what's your salary for the year?
So I'm going to say it's in the low 6 digits. I'm going to say that.
Whoa.
Okay.
So that means, because, you two with numbers, that means over 100K.
Yeah,
Thank you for the
know.
clarification, sir.
Yes.
Are you single?
Yeah, are you?
No, I am not.
Neither are we, so it's fine.
Neither
Jim.
are any of us. Okay.
That's right.
All right, I'll go first. Do you wear a suit and tie to work?
No, I don't.
Do you work from home?
Partially. There's partial work from home, mostly in person.
Do you work with clients?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you in the medical field?
Not technically. I'm in the human services field, so that's somewhat a little bit like the medical field, but not totally.
Breaking the
Gotcha.
rules a little, but we'll take it.
No, he's helping us
He's
out,
helping
Chris.
us
Let him go.
out here.
All right.
Do you work with primarily men or women coworkers?
He's only on
You're
the
breaking
yes or
the
no,
rules
so
Do you
pick one.
primarily work with women coworkers?
No.
Okay. That's actually good because now obviously we know it's male dominated.
Is this your own business? Do you own the business?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
So
good
that,
one, Gianna.
that means,
you.
oh crap.
But that could be anything, though.
Yeah. Can we get a bonus round here?
No
Oh,
bonus rounds for you.
Oh,
All right,
good
so
Lord.
give us a call right now if you think you know what Jim's job is. 609-2. It's 814, 94.5 PST, your number one hit music station. This one's kind of got us stumped. We're playing What's My Job? It's Chris, Joe, and Gianna. We're usually pretty good at this, but yeah, I don't know about this one.
This one's tough.
Jim in East Hampton is on the line, and he told us that he makes lower 6 figures. I mean, that could be anything from 100 to 150 a year, right?
Yeah, 100 to 149, I would say.
Yeah, that's what I would say. And we asked him some questions to try to help you out. Doesn't wear a suit and tie. Casual. Does work from home sometimes. Clients, yes. Medical, nah, not so much. But human services, he said. Doesn't work with a lot of women. And it is his own business. Awesome question, Gianna.
Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging that.
I'm kind of all over the place with this.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a few people in the app chat, though. Maybe this will kind of help us out a little bit. Mimi in Bayville said she thinks he's a therapist, maybe. I'm seeing LT in Edgewater Park said maybe a general contractor or working in construction. Maybe owns his own construction business.
Well, but he works at home a lot, though.
Yeah, so
I don't
But
know
if he's
about that.
if he's the man doing the blueprints and stuff, he wouldn't have
could.
to be on site as much.
Okay.
I'm
saying.
seeing personal trainer, life coach, seeing headhunter. I'm seeing sports medicine, physical therapy, kind of all over the board here.
I kind of like the life coach therapist thing.
Yeah.
My first thought was that he sells insurance.
You there,
Like
Jim?
maybe he owns a brokerage. Let's bring him on.
Yeah,
Hey,
Jim, you there?
Hey, Jim.
It's very exciting.
Yeah. You've got us kind of stumped, but I'm going to go with that you sell like insurance, that you own a brokerage of some sort.
I'm going to say Sheree in Princeton, who I often agree with, one of our
siding with her?
VIPSDs. She said a life coach. I'm going life coach.
Okay, Gianna.
I think I'm going to go with, I don't know, attorney. I don't know.
Attorney.
You're a business owner. I'm going to say you're a business owner.
I don't think he's an attorney.
I don't know.
All
I'm
right, Jim.
stumped.
Did any of us guess it, first of all?
No.
Okay.
I didn't think so, but
It's very close with the life coach
Oh.
therapist idea, though.
I liked that. All right, so it's time to reveal, Jim. What's your job?
Okay, so I'm a music professional. I spend time with those who have developmental disabilities and drug and alcohol addiction and mental health issues and Alzheimer's and dementia. I basically am a music music therapist without calling it a music therapist because I didn't go to school for music therapy.
Oh my gosh, I love
That's so
that.
sweet.
That's awesome.
What a great profession.
How
Yeah,
can
it's pretty awesome. It's been 14 years in the human services field now, and I went off on my own in 2018.
You know
So
what? If people need your services, why don't you give out your contact information? How can people get in touch with you if they need you?
Oh, that's super kind. So my business name is Key of Awesome Music. So it's kind of a fun play on words with music and just being awesome. And I mean, if you were to go to keyofawesomemusic.com, you could find us all over social media on Facebook and Instagram. It's the same thing, Key of Awesome Music.
Love it. Thanks for coming on, Jim. We love talking to you. There is so much buzz about this upcoming Wicked movie.
Oh, my God.
And some fans are all stressed out, including Gianna here. It's Chris, Joe, and Gianna. We're the crew.
So
what are you all stressed out about?
The theater kid in me is rising. So the new promo poster for the movie just came out. And if you know the original Broadway show, there is that famous poster. It's on the playbill.
The witch looking down, right?
Yeah, it's Elphaba looking out and then Glinda whispering in her ear, basically.
Yeah.
It's famous.
And if you're new to Wicked or whatever and you're just trying to figure it out, Elphaba is the green one, just so you kind of can get your bearings.
The Wicked Witch of the West.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
We all know
how I feel about her.
Right. We
Terrifying.
all know Chris is afraid of her, yes.
Still, as an adult, terrified of that witch.
I don't think you'd be terrified of the Wicked version of her, but anyway.
You know, I have to admit, I've not seen Wicked. I attempted to see it like 5 times, and it just never worked out.
Seen it 3 times.
And I still want to see it.
We
could easily fix that.
I know. I want to.
It's so good. So they tried to recreate, Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande tried to recreate the poster, and they had a whole photo shoot. And while it's good, Wicked fans are kind of nitpicking a little bit. So the original poster, Elphaba, the Green Witch, has red lips. And in this one, they gave her green lips. And she's not smirking. So there's like a little bit of a difference.
This is what you're stressed out about?
This is what everybody's stressing about online.
Why? Because you think the movie's going to be so much different than the play?
Well, here's the thing.
Who cares?
Who cares? You got to stick to the script.
Well, but there's always some things that are a little off.
But like, it should be its own artistic take, right?
Right.
It's not
I don't
going to be.
think so.
I mean, also, we're almost certain they've added things to it. They have to at the length of the movie. I mean,
if it ain't broke, don't
I think
fix
the first part of it, which is out in just over a month, I think is like almost 3. There's almost 2.5, 3 hours. There's no way, and the second part's next year because it's coming out in 2 parts. There's no way they didn't add stuff to it.
I saw that there's Stanley Cups just for this movie.
There's green ones and pink ones. But see, the thing that there's different stuff, they're adding things, is kind of stressing me out a little bit. I want to be able to go in there and I just want to watch the whole show go down.
As you know it.
I want to sing along. I don't want any little
Then you go to Broadway.
Well, the whole point is that they're supposed to be bringing Broadway to AMC
movie.
and to Regal.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes I don't like when at concerts when just sing the song as you do on your album so I can sing along.
I don't need any fancy little doodad interludes. I
get it.
Well, then you should have had Kristen Chenoweth and Idina Menzel do it years ago. Since that didn't happen, this is what you get.
Well, we'll see if
unfortunately, I'll be there opening night because my boyfriend made me buy tickets opening night.
Front row.
No. Buried in the middle of the theater.
It's Chris and the Crew's Daily Scoop.
Taylor and Travis have been all around New York City over the weekend because he had a bye week. And she's about to start working again, so they were spending some QT together. They went out with Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, had a little double date with them. Then they had their own date night where they were just one-on-one. And it's funny because her fans, the Swifties, are thinking that her outfit on their date night was hinting that she's going to re-release Reputation.
Oh my God! Can the girl just wear black? Can she wear a black outfit?
She was wearing like a gold velvet corset top, coordinating skirt, and the bag. She was wearing a Roberto Cavalli bag, and it had like the logo had snakes in it.
What does this have to do with anything?
Snakes are Reputation.
Reputation.
I think she does it just to enjoy the they're going to have fun with this.
Or maybe she just liked the bag.
Nope, that's not Taylor Swift. Everything she does is very calculated, and I do believe, Joe, that she was carrying that bag on purpose.
And instead she announced something completely different this morning, right, Chris?
So she made an announcement this morning that the Eras Tour book with personal reflections, never before seen pictures, and a Tortured Poets Department vinyl and CD coming out November 29th, Target exclusive. just in time for all those holiday gifts.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that is
For your
perfect.
favorite Swifties. Again, very calculated. They hit up the Yankee game last night. I was watching for a little bit. They were in the suite. They did seem to want to blend in there. They were all in black, hats on. So didn't look like they wanted to get recognized last night. They were sitting with a comedian, Jared Carmichael. I'm not sure if they showed up with him or whether he was just there and they started talking to him. But, he's a Cleveland fan. He's from Cleveland. So makes perfect sense. Now, she's not going to be at the football games this weekend because the Eras Tour resumes in Miami on Friday. So you're going to get a football game free, Taylor free over the weekend. Diddy facing 5 more lawsuits. Some of the accusations kind of the same. I mean, awful. Drugging, raping, sexual harassment, sexual assault. Now I'm hearing like sodomizing, threatening to kill people. Like, it's just awful.
And
Awful.
one of the
Terrible.
lawyers
He's
says,
sitting in jail till a trial.
one of the lawyers says the floodgates may be open, and because there's a lot of the statute of limitations on things, we could be looking at hundreds of these in the next couple of weeks, they said.
God, awful. It's just awful. And the best Thanksgiving hack is here. Butterball just announced it's got this new turkey. It's called the Cook from Frozen Premium Whole Turkey. It can go straight from your freezer to the oven, not like days of defrosting it. And then if you forget to defrost it, you're screwed. Because it's solid. You know what I
true.
mean? So this one, you can go right into a roasting pan, frozen, bake it in a 350 oven for just like 4 hours, and you're good to go.
How is this just being invented?
It's some specially formulated brine that it's pre-brined with that keeps it moist through the cooking process and stuff like that and enables it to do it. Kind of cool this year. It's about time. Right, there's the scoop.
Chris and the Crew, 94.5 PST.
It's 910, 94.5 PST, your number one hit music station. So move over, Furby.
Remember Furby?
You remember Furby? You
So
would
creepy.
walk at you and that toy that would come to life.
I was always, people trained that thing to talk.
Oh, yeah.
I never figured out how to do that as a
like
kid.
a-
I was so committed to it too.
Oh, yeah.
And you just go,
Ugh.
and then in the middle of the night, the people put them in their closets.
There were a few
Creepy.
things like that, right? Like
Tamagotchis.
The Tamagotchis, those things. Well, move over, Furby, because Moflin is taking over.
He's here. So, this electronics brand is releasing a new AI pet, and his name is Moflin. And he's kind of supposed to be a form of like Tamagotchi, but now it's like an evolved Tamagotchi. And it's so weird. It's like apparently shaped like a guinea pig without legs, and it has no eyes and no limbs. It's just basically a
Like a
ball
blob.
of electronics.
Well, like a guinea pig, so is it hairy?
It doesn't say. It just says it's shaped like a guinea pig.
But with no legs.
And it's not being marketed as like a toy. It's being marketed as a mental health companion.
So a friend. I think you can train it to become your friend.
Yeah, right?
This
is so weird.
It has like built-in AI that helps it develop its own stimulated personality depending on how you interact with it. So over time, it'll learn to recognize you just like a real pet
You know what's
does.
going to happen here? People are going to start marrying Moflin.
No, it doesn't.
Right? Don't we always hear that? They married their doll.
You know,
or something.
AI has been brought into lovemaking dolls. I found this out the other day. You can, there's now a brand of AI-inspired lovemaking dolls. If you don't think, I'm available for endorsements. Company that makes
Joe,
that.
that is embarrassing that you would actually consider doing that.
Joe, you've
cheap.
hit a new low.
Chris and the Crew, 94.5 PST. This was Chris and the Crew on Demand, sponsored by Trinity Rehab. Schedule an appointment now at trinity-rehab.com. Wake up with Chris and the Crew, weekdays 6 until 10 on your number one hit music station, 94.5 PST.